expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
One by One Care full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Care products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywwankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by One Care. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
It would help if I turn my mic on, right? Greetings to all viewers, all listeners. Thank you for joining the I Am Meta show tonight. Thank you for being here. Big up yourself, the Powerhouse Radio, Lady D and all that. Let me see if I can get my love vibes going here. Let me see which side I need to push to. Let me come over here a little bit so you can see my love vibes behind me there. So yeah. Today is the day we're speaking of love is energy. We just want to get some clarity on what love is. See, there's all this love flying around the air, but people think they can turn it on and turn it off. Yeah, hopefully one or two more sisters can join us. But sometimes we get caught up in the moment. We have things to do, we just have to do what we have to do. But if they can join us, it'll be great, because we're going to miss our girl, Malika, breath of fresh air. If we don't have her on it tonight, I sure would miss her energy. But nevertheless, we're going to keep it moving forward. Today's topic is love is energy. Want to just discuss that a little bit. Why do I say love is energy? Because it is. It's like the highest vibration that we can feel as humans here trotting the earth. See, energy permeates all things, whether it has a form or not. We just happen to be in form, which means we have limitations. We can't go out there and try to walk off a 30-story building. I mean, some people may try it, but I'm just saying it probably didn't work out for them. We just can't walk off and think we're going to walk across to the next building. It's some things that we do have a limit. It limit our, not really, it doesn't limit the energy. It just limit what we can do with the energy. So being plugged in to a universal energy is just really great. That means we can actually feel the fullness. And there's some people who really get love and emotions mixed up, right? So when you're feeling feelings about things, you're unhappy about something, or even if you're happy about it, but happy is a frequency as well. It's like the opposite of sadness. You can be happy or you can be sad. You can be, let me just take it from the top, because I do have some things I want to cover in a certain order. But everything around us, through us, the universe, is all energy. It's all energy, not something we can see with our human eyes, right? Energy is more felt. It's felt in our deepest chambers, regardless of what it is, right? When babies are birthed, babies are, it's like you just want to hold them and love them, and they love that feeling, they love that cuddly, and they're so used to being in the womb, just so cuddled up and curled up, so they love that energy when they are birthed into the world, or into this world, because we do have a couple of worlds too. We do have parallel worlds and things, but that's another day's story. Okay, that's another day's story. Another thing is, the more we contract ourselves, meaning trying to shut down how we feel here and there, the more we contract ourselves, is the harder it is for us to feel that love vibration. Don't think you're going to walk around all contracted, or, well, I've been hurt before. No, that's all emotions, dear. It has nothing to do with the love. Love always will be. We can't change that. We can either vibrate on the frequency of love or not. We can choose. It's our choice. So if you want to hate, hate, if that's what you want to do. But it doesn't mean that love doesn't exist. And when people speak of the heart, they make it feel like, oh, where does the word broken heart come from? I mean, who created that? What do you mean broken heart? What does that mean? Because the only thing that is in the heart, or can exist in the heart, and I'm going to say the heart, like heart chakra. Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. Heart chakra, center. This is our midpoint of our vortex system. The only thing that is here is love. That's only love energy. Matter of fact, the heart chakra have another name. It's also known as anahata, which means unhurt. So hurt doesn't exist in the heart energy. And I didn't talk over here because this is the heart that pumps the blood. If you see, I have a little heart back there and it's red, and I'm not hypocritical for you simple Simons. I know there's a red heart back there. I actually received that as a gift after I completed a health workshop on heart health. And the only thing I know with the human heart that's red is that it pumps blood. That's how I associate it. But with the heart energy, it's not red, it's green. That's why if you have crystals like green aventurine and things like that, it resonates. These are the colors that resonate and generate more the frequencies, or even attract more the frequencies of that love energy and that love vibration. So we just need to know that love is not something that we can switch on and off. It's just not something. It doesn't work that way. Emotions you can switch on and off. And we know there are a lot of emotional individuals out here in the world. Lots of emotional individuals out here. So when they are madly loving someone, or feeling this love vibration for someone, and everything is good, oh, they're all happy. And if things don't work out, then they want to, all of a sudden, there's a hate factor. Dennis Brown has sung a song. There's a real thin line between love and hate. And of course, we've heard many people say that, but referring to the song, it's just because you can love something today. I don't even want to use the word love, but you can be attracted to something today and not attracted to it tomorrow. That's turning on and off. You can't do that with love energy. You can either vibrate on its frequencies or not, right? So you may be happy about something today, and if you're not carrying that love energy with it, it doesn't carry through. It means that at any point you can change your mind and change how you feel about something, right? You can change how you feel. And who wants to do that? I mean, if you're going to love something, love it. And if you think that it's something that you have to turn on and off, then don't say it's love. Just say it's attraction. Say it's admiration or something. And that's pretty much it. But I do want to say those emotions often get people really caught up. So I would even suggest that some of you work on your emotions so that you can actually feel love, so that you can actually feel or be able to connect with that frequency. Because the more you lock yourself out, trying to make sure something is going to be a certain way before you open up to it, you're going to actually get what you attract. You may get someone who is not emotionally available, or they're going to make time for the moment, but they're not emotionally available. See, when you make yourself unavailable, that's what you're going to get. Doesn't matter the nice, fancy dinners and the movies. It doesn't matter the fancy words and the smiles. You're going to get just what you have inside. So if you see that you're always an emotional person, always everything is emotion, got to be processed through this emotion. Everybody knows you that way. Well, you got work to do, dear. You have a lot of work to do, because if your emotions define your mood and direction you're going in life, then you need to work on that so that you don't end up in places that you don't want to end up in continuously, because you are going to attract just who you are. Let's say that again. You will attract who you are. So I will always say, if you want to feel something that's limitless and abundant, uh, with potential, then you have to open up your energies in that way. And the only thing that you can open up in that way is your love frequency. Acknowledge it on that level, and you will attract that energy as well. Now, because the people limit themselves for one thing or another, they often don't feel content without having someone or something. It's like they always need something else to feel whole, need something else to feel content within themselves. How about self-love? That's a real high frequency there. It's the best frequency that you can even dwell in or dwell amongst, or have coming through you and transmuting through you. So one thing I do want to say, the love energy, it pulsates in our deepest chambers. We feel it. We feel love. When you see someone and you compliment them with kindness, or just a little compassion, if that's the need at the moment, whatever. But once you find something kind and compassion to express, even if someone don't like you, once you say, well, that's their problem, I'm going to still illuminate love, you're good. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to dislike them. Who cares? Who cares what they think? Right? Who cares what they think? I know I have to be cautious about saying that statement. I'll save it for another day's topic. However, what we're speaking about right now is love, right? And the energy of love. And in all saying, when, hey, there are people out there who may want to shut you down even because of how you love, because it illuminates from you all the time, right? And also, there are people out in this world that don't like how other people love you. Anywhere you go, people light up like, hey, there she is, there he is, and just your presence alone. They'll sit there and want to say something else because they're thinking in that third dimensional mindset, trying to define who you are with their words and their opinions and the way they feel. See, when people are insecure within themselves, they're going to always find something to say about someone else. And I always say, if you don't have anything pleasant to say, then don't say nothing at all about someone. I mean, unless you're on a talk show and you're having a discussion and you're talking and you're trying to point out some things. But just to be frank and just running your mouth about what you think other people are doing or not doing, it doesn't matter. You think they care about you and what you and your opinions, especially if it's negative, who cares? Right? You continue to illuminate with love, in love, through love. Let love illuminate through you. It's an energy. It's a high frequency. And once people see that about you, they will be attracted to you. Everyone is attracted to love, even those that need it the most. So when they arrive and they see you not like them, they may have something to say. Who cares? Right? And some of the other ones may arrive and feel that, you know what? I would love to have this joy that she has or he have. I would love to feel this way. What do I need to do within myself? Well, dear, start to peel back some of those layers. Malika spoke about it last week when we spoke about elevation and things of that nature. She spoke about it last week. You have to peel back these layers. We are in there We are a ball of light in there. And if nobody can see your light, it means you have too many layers up. Peeling back one at a time. Take your time because nothing's a rush. Everything is not going to work the same way for others. I already know that because we are all biochemically unique. So that alone lets me know that everything is not going to work the same for others. And it's best that we allow others to go through their own process and do what they have to do, right? And we're going to still be here with love in our hearts and our vibrations illuminating so that we can be that beacon of light. There are some people out here that they feel like no one loves them. And if I ever have a conversation with them, I ask them, do you love yourself? And sometimes they hesitate before they even answer, like they really have to think about it. Like, okay, see, if you have to think about it, then yeah, get deeper into that thought. Because if no one loves you, there's probably a reason for that. And you're the person who have to get to the bottom of it. Right? No one else is going to be able to really help you out with that unless you ask for their honest opinion. And if they give it to you, you have to be open to receive it. You can't shut it down. You can't make up excuses. Well, it's because of this and it's because of whatever the reason. Sometimes people don't realize the way they feel about themselves and the way they feel about others. It's not something that even happened today or yesterday, probably something they experienced when they were children or even in a previous life cycle, right? So love energy is going to permeate. It's going to permeate through all things, right? So we have to make sure that we are generating that. You have to harness it inside so it can. And today I went to my cousin's farm. Yeah, everyone down at everyone know Ross Kofi, the farmer. Yeah, that's family right there. And I went, and it's so funny. It's as if I seen it ahead of time, but sometimes when I get into it, then I'll say, yes, I felt this already and got down there. Well, tons of people went to the farm yesterday, and some people were supposed to go today as well, maybe another set of tons. But I feel the universe just made sure I had the farm totally to myself to hold my meditation. I did some grounding today. See, this is what self love is all about. You have to know when you have to tend to yourself. Spring equinox is coming up. Work on grounding, work on clearing whatever energies out of your vortexes. And when I say vortex, in other words, chakras, okay? So learn how to clear those energies out and uh, allow our love energies to come forth in expressions, and that's how it comes forth. There's also telepathy. You don't have to say it or do anything. You can be in Timbuktu, and if someone is admiring you, they can actually send you telepathic messages that, hey, I'm vibing you, and you can actually receive it and detect its source. So if you vibing with someone and you haven't told them that you vibing on them, keep sending them those telepathic messages because they hear you and they can feel it. Yeah. And sometimes you will know they feel it because you can actually feel that they received it. And it's going to make you kind of chuckle. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Are we really having this conversation? Yeah. My primary language is frequency. So if there's someone that speaks that language, oh, all the better. Secondary, I'll put it in words or actions. That's about it. So anyway, there are many different frequencies moving around us. So whatever is within someone, they may, very well attract it, as I say. So when you running around today buying those big red hearts and all that kind of stuff, well, red is only associated with the blood, with the human heart that's pumping. You want to do some green. Green is associated with the heart energy and love energy, unhurt. right? Energy. I did want to make sure I wore something that had some green in there. Just, I'm very universal, so I want different colors. Got some green silk back there from North Africa. Beautiful green silk. I actually have a picture that I took with a couple pictures because that's love energy. It's love energy. I didn't get the big picture blown up yet to put up on the wall back there for today, but it is what it is. I have some nice green candles just to generate the energies. I have some nice green aventurines back there. I have a rose quartz back there. You probably can see it sitting up on a red box. And that red box usually hold my lekes, but I have the leke sitting on that beautiful vase back there all wrapped around. Yeah. So, I feel that we have to really decipher within ourselves how do we see love. It's not something you're going to be able to turn on and off. And don't get it confused, because if you're turning it on and off there, it's not love. You're speaking about your emotions. All right. So at this point in my life, there are some frequencies that wouldn't even be detected on my radar. And I'm real good at that because some frequencies are so low, it doesn't even deserve a response or a reception or anything. And some frequencies are detected on my radar. Sometimes I will acknowledge it to self, or sometimes I would acknowledge it with a response. And it may be very telepathic. That's just the language I speak. I prefer that. And I feel anyone that can meet me on those levels, then yeah, we have a lot to discuss, or we have something that we can reason on levels that we can reason on because of the way you communicate, right? And we're speaking about anyone. There are babies being birthed with higher frequencies than their parents, you know? And if I mean, sheesh, I was up in Lake Tahoe the other day and I wanted to take a nap. When you're going from one time zone to the other, you're, especially a 3 hour time zone, your body's going to probably take a few days to adjust. And by the time I got up to Lake Tahoe, it's like I really felt like I needed a nap here and there. So when we were up in the mansion there, I said to one of the queens in the kitchen, because if there's a kitchen and some queens up there, that's where you'll find me, right? You'll find me in the kitchen preparing something, helping with preparation and things of that nature. Big old man thing, mature people thing, goddess thing, right? So I actually went and took a nap after some of the works were done or completed. And I laid down and I felt like someone came on the bed. It wasn't heavy, so I know it wasn't an adult. I said, it have to be children because it was very light, but you can kind of feel them moving around. And I kind of uh, felt them getting closer. Then I felt like one of them held my shoulder, and I felt a kiss on my face, and I felt a hug, like a face to face type. I was like, wow, all this love. See, love attracts love, dear. It attracts love. And I kind of opened my eye, just kind of like teeny weeny bit, just to look, because I didn't really want to come out of my pose. I was in my position. I was resting, right? And I peeped out and I saw three of the children, the youngest, well, not the three youngest. There's another one that was younger, but the three of them who can walk on their own, they were there kissing and hugging me on my face as I slept. I remember an adult came to the door and said to them, y'all leave Miss Steph alone so she can sleep. And I put up my hand and I did like that, like they're okay, right? And they was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And they walked away, and those children was like, oh, cool. They got under covers. They were playing whatever games they were playing, but they just kept stayed around me, like protecting my vibe, my love vibe. So when you see things like that happen, just take note of it. Usually 99% of the children that come around me, they hug me, they greet me with smiles and lots of love. I've been in the supermarket where children leave their moms and run over their little 2-year-olds and hug my leg, looking at me smiling. I love that energy. It's confirmation that I'm carrying the right frequencies. And for some of them that may be a little standoffish with me is because sometimes they see this light and they don't know what in the world. Whoa, what is that? So as they mature in their energies and their frequencies and their spirituality, they will come to know that love light is a frequency. It's a high frequency. So they will then know who Mama Zephyr, Miss Zephyr, Auntie Zephyr, whoever, they would know who I am. And I will continue to illuminate love and light and peace because that's who I am. Happy baby, happy child, happy woman, happy goddess, I am. So I will continue to be that way. I know we're getting ready for a station break soon, and then I'll probably get on something a little different in the second part. But we have a few more moments here. Okay, we got about 3 minutes until station break, so we'll talk a little bit about you see, happiness. It feels different from sadness. Those emotions. Love energy is in the heart chakra. You see all the emotions that you're carrying. I'll start discussing this now, and we'll continue after the break. The emotions that you're carrying is in the sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra, or our sacral chakra, governs emotions. So what happens when we're feeling something and it's low frequency, right? Especially hurt, and if we're dealing with loss, or how people would say disappointment, whether relationship or in life, whatever the case, right? Could be siblings, it could be parent, children, whatever the difficulty is, it's still emotions, and they're being stored in the sacral chakra. It's not stored there to stay there. It's sent there to be processed like a washing machine. And then when the washing machine cycle ends and the water drains out and you hear it going down the drain, right? That energy is supposed to be pushed out through your root chakra. It's not supposed to stay there. And I'll explain to you why after the station break. But it's good to get to know your chakra energies and get to know what dwells where and what it will affect if it stays there. Okay? So we're preparing for this station break at 6:30. And Lady D, big up yourself. The Powerhouse Radio, big up yourself. Yeah. And we got a lot of good topics coming up. And if you have a comment to make your comment. We'll respond to your comments. All right. It's a station break time. Let me check and see. And if not, I'm gonna keep flowing. Yeah, anytime she's ready. All right. So as you know, I Am Meta is Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is 3 p.m. Pacific Time for our West Coasters. All right. And I want to big up Malika, Breath of Fresh Air. I want to big up a few people, Mama Fati, my sister up there in Oregon, Delilah, big up yourself, dear. Sayombi, big up yourself, always tuning in, right? Wishing everyone great health and strength and everything. Big up my brothers, big up my sisters, right? So let's talk about that chakra energy. When you think responding to things emotionally is love, it's not. Love don't get dirty and nasty and
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio. linking the world to the Caribbean.
The Hinkson firm's mission is to provide superior legal service in the areas of family law, child welfare law, general legal services, and mediation by keeping convenience of the clients at the forefront. The Hinkson firm's goal is to eliminate the stress of an already intense situation in your life by coming directly to your workplace and or a location close to your home for consultation, meetings, and mediation. The Hinkson firm customized legal attention based on the needs of each client while treating every client with the dignity and respect they deserve, while fighting strongly and fiercely for justice and their legal rights. The Hinkson firm can be reached at 470-499-4704.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that break time there to big up Powerhouse Radio, Lady D. Give thanks for the love, right? So we were speaking about energies, and I did want to speak about the energies that people so often think is love energy. Emotions of low vibration. We're not speaking happy serotonin, dopamine energies, because it lifts you up. Those are high vibrations, okay? But we're speaking about disappointments and like hurts and pain that we keep stored in this sacral chakra. Not to mention the heart energy or the heart chakra energy. It's a feminine energy. It's unhurt. It's love. And yes, we all feel it. Men and women both have masculine and feminine energies. It's just that ordinarily one may have more of a feminine energy than the other, and the other one may have more of a masculine energy. And I'm so thankful for my feminine energy because I just loves it. Right? But when we store energies and don't release it, it affects us. If you are a man or a woman, remember, in our lower abdomen is where our reproductive system is. We have a whole reproductive system there. And what it does when we have stored negative energy there, it suppresses some of the things that we expect physiologically to happen in that space, right? So you may be a woman, see that you may have suppressed fertility even. Not to say it's because of energies, but I'm saying start to clear some things. You'll see some open roads. Yeah, yeah. Besides some herbs and routines and some regimens, yes, all that can be cleared. It's sometimes it is energy. I've seen it plenty of times with some people with all that energy stagnated in there. So once they come into one of my classes and I help them to learn how to release these type of energies and they began to exercise those plans, and next thing you know, wow, baby's on its way. Why? You have to release that all that negativity. You can't keep it there. And same thing for men. It suppresses your sperm, the quality of sperm, the quality of its potency, and also negative energy. All that's going to happen is for men and women, we kind of exchange that with people. It's every time you hug someone, shake their hand, whether even if you have intercourse with someone, it's you're sharing that energy. Sometimes you're in the same space with the person and you don't know how to, have that shield up to return to sender. You're going to somehow absorb it. So you're going to feel like you're tossing around in a space that you really need to be working your way out of. And it's either that or one something have to give, because it doesn't exist in the same place comfortably, if I would say so. So let me just clear that call. Some people, when they call me, especially if it's a family member, it's like, don't you know my show is on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? That you can tell who looks at it and who don't. Right? But you have to tell them all the time. But we have to be very cautious of the energies we're harboring there: jealousy, resentment, envy. All of those things are harbored down in the sacral chakra, dear. All that anger, that stuff is really affecting your root and your sacral. Your root is your grounding. It connects you to the earth. It connects you to your mother and father. Connects you to your lineages, forward, backwards, and forward, forwards. It connects us. That's why certain groups of people call the woman earth, and call we ain't even going to talk about what they call the guys, but that's another day's topic. But they call woman earth because of how earth bring forth life. Same thing as a woman, bring forth life. And we have to take care of our womb space because it's our epicenter. And you have all that stuff down, all that emotional baggage. Clear it out, dearies, so that you can be balanced and at peace within yourself. And if people who are like that, who are always into their emotional needs and clinginess and high maintenance, emotional, I would say emotional traumas, and it could be something of their doing or not. Sometimes people are violated. So I'm not really saying anything specific, just that if you keep it there, it will affect your life. It will affect your decisions. It will affect who comes into your life. It will affect the the path in your life, how you're living it, how you're expressing yourself. It affects everything. And there are going to be some people out there who's going to stroke your emotions. Oh, oh, poor baby, yeah, well, there are going to be some others who's not going to do that. You start all the emotional stuff and start releasing all that, all of what you need to release. I feel like when you're releasing things that the body don't need or the spirit don't need, it's I'm not going to come there and catch it. I probably might light some sage. It would help us both. Right? And I will allow you to release. Same thing with myself. When I need to release, I will release. It's just that I have more of a system with how I do things. So I don't have to be around other people to release. I don't have to be around someone to to release certain energies that I know does not serve me. Now, if you have a loss in your life, a family member, a friend, and people usually come around to give you that support. It's like bereavement, and that usually is appreciative love, simply because you at that point you may feel that you would like to have a shoulder to cry on, or a hug or two, or just someone sympathizing with the situation and empathizing with how you're feeling, right? And it doesn't just have to be with that, but I probably would not be the best person if you're looking for someone to cry with you and you're going through things and you're not really doing anything about it. I may cry when you get going and I see progress, tears of joy. But if you expect others to be there crying with you through all the muck, some people are good for that. Some people do that. I mean, even psychiatrists and psychologists, even they have a therapist, because they people let and vent and talk about all of what's going on inside of them. You think those people can just sit there and hear that all day long, every day, 5 days a week? Then all that's going on in the world, especially, you think it's easy for people to just listen to all that all the time, right? So When if you're someone and people are always reaching out to you to discuss things because you may be a good counsel, that's one thing. But you certainly should not expect them to be there emotionally taking on your hurt and your baggages, because I don't want to carry other people's hurt. Why would I do something like that? And why would you do something like that? Matter of fact, I don't expect anyone, if I feel shifted about something, I don't expect anyone to carry that energy. I'm going to carry it, I'm going to process it, I'm going to release it. And someone may say something to me in confidence and they may be very disturbed about it. They may be angry about it. They may say like they're hurt about it. I may feel that depth of their, you know, I would feel that energy, but I'm not trying to keep it inside. I'll feel it like, ooh, like, a hit below the belt or something. But I'm releasing that right away. I don't want to carry that inside of me. That's why you don't see me reacting to other people's drama with anyone. If someone has some drama going on, you're really not going to see me reacting on their behalf to that drama. Now, I do react to some things on some people's behalf when it's warranted, and I'm sure if they're watching it right now, I know they know who they are. Yeah, because sometimes that phone call come and be like, "Look, this is the deal. I'm on my way." Right? Sometimes you do get involved, but it's a choice you make. But still, whatever you do it with love. Don't do it with hate. Don't do it with resentment. Do it with love. And if your intentions are not authentic, if it's not genuine, then it'll be felt. We know when intentions are not genuine. And there are people out here who feel like someone may be heartless because they don't drop down on the floor crying every time they hear this person dies or that person died. I'm like this. I have family and friends that transition, and some of them I'm very close to, which I would kind of feel that energy more than I would others. I have family members that have transitions that I haven't even met, and I don't have an attachment to them in that way. So you're not going to see me dropping down on the floor crying and bawling and things like that. And I've had people look at me and say, "Oh, why are you going to be so heartless?" Heartless because I'm not crying for somebody I don't know? Why do people even think that way? Why would you say someone is heartless because they're not feeling what you're feeling? See, that's another thing we have to pay attention to. We see, if you just have love, you don't have to question anything. Love is. And anyone know what love energy feels like, and how we experience the love energy, okay? So just be aware of the energies you're carrying and how you're feeling uh, about things in your life. Love has its own energetic pattern. It stands alone. It doesn't need anything else to be expressed or to be experienced. It's a high frequency, and you have to get off a low frequency so that you can actually experience that high frequency in its fullness, right? Because the universe, we are so interconnected with the universe, it flows right through us. Right? So love harmonizes with every emotion. Like, for instance, it can alchemize pain and hurt and sorrow. Anytime you feel anything like that and someone expresses that love or illuminate that love, it makes you feel better. I've had to go to sister's house. Sometimes, let's say they may have been experiencing something profound in their life, maybe even depression or something. And I would go and, just show that sisterly love. Yes, and my sisterly love means I'm coming in there, I'm opening up your blinds so you can get some sunlight. I'm getting you out of bed. I'm taking you in that bathroom, putting you in that shower. Yeah, I'm going to make sure you get do something with your hair, right? If you want to put on a little eyeshadow or a little lipstick or something, fine. Just doozy up yourself somehow. Let's go outside. Let's hug some trees. Let's earth. Let's walk. Let's breathe. Get us some breathing exercise. Let's go down to Piedmont Park or something. Sit down. Earth. Vibe. Meditate. That's the kind of sisterly love, or even sister to brother love I would do. Yeah, but I'm not going to come there and sit in that space with you, um, drinking white rum. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to get you out of that space. So I will not join you there. And some people expect you to join them. And that wouldn't be me. Certainly not. And I don't think it's a good idea to join anyone in that space. You have to operate separately from that energy so that you can, so that they can be attracted to that energy to come out of that space. And I feel good about it. I feel like good that I've been able to express my love without imposing, right? Without imposing. So it just can be a real good feeling, for compassion and kindness and those things. Some people need a kind word. They don't hear kind words. And especially a lot of the youths, when they grow up hearing just all this mean stuff, they're being told that they'll never be anything. They're being told, oh, that's why your mama didn't want you. That's why your daddy, you don't know your daddy, all this kind of nonsense. People are very mean. And to me, that's someone who doesn't have love to illuminate, or is restricted or limited to accessing that vibration, because you're not going to be able to access that energy if you're on low frequencies. You're going to have to come up to experience that love energy. It's a high vibration, it's a high frequency, right? So when we truly have the presence of love, it connects to harmony, whether it's the past, present, or into our next moment. We will manifest it and it will be. It will be there to receive us. We just have to embrace higher positive frequencies. Yeah, we have to, it's that is what supports healthy lifestyle, healthy relationships, healthy thoughts. It just doesn't represent one thing. It literally encompasses other things that we need to uplift ourselves and thrive. So don't get love twisted with other things, because it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with any of it. All right. It just has to do with a vibration that's unconditional. Unconditional. There are people who carry other people hurt. And I think that you need to address that within yourself and deal with it. If you're doing that, it means that you have things that you are unhealed on. Like you need to heal from some kind of past experience or something. Or every time somebody call you crying and all this stuff all the time, breaking down, or I don't know why. That just every time you see yourself run into those type of people, then check what's in yourself, because I can guarantee you we'll be on the phone and having a conversation. If you have someone that passed or you have a loss, I may more appear. I may more be there to see what I can do for you and what I can help you with and what I can assist you with. But if it's just stuff that you've known for 10, 20 years and haven't done anything about it, then I probably wouldn't be the one to come there and go through that, because I don't want to carry your pain. I'm trying to help you to release your pain. So I can assist in that part. I wouldn't be able to sit there and absorb it to feel like how you're feeling, because I don't want to do that. Why? Why? I want to keep my happy vibrations inside. So I tend to have, I mean, a perimeter, saying a perimeter is an illusion, but I am encompassed with energies that is so thick that a lot of things cannot even get past it. Matter of fact, it's like automatic. I don't even have to know about it, but it's just so automatic. If it's not going to be something that served me in my lifetime here, or evolving or elevating my frequencies, it may very well be bounced off. I may not even know about it. And I can guarantee you it all will return to sender. Yeah. And if I know about it, I can return it to sender just by saying return to sender. And depending on how, if you have animosity or not, or malice in your heart with it, I may return it in tenfolds. How about that? See, you don't have to create negative energies inside of yourself for others. They do it when they send it to you or when they encompass it for themselves. But if they send it to you, return it to them. They're just getting back what they're putting out. They're getting back their own energy. I hope they like the flavor. I hope they like the flavor, because when they taste it, they're not going to like it, but they're going to want for you what they don't even want for themselves. So I just keep smiling because I know I'm protected. My love is protected. My heart is protected. My emotions are protected, you know, and it came with a lot of work. I wasn't always like this, dear. One thing I can say, I always knew love. I always knew love. Pre-birth, after birth, now, I always knew love. That's one thing. But life has its experiences, and I've had experiences in life. And the way I used to may had respond or react to certain things, I would never even invest the energy to do that now, because I know what to allow in and what not to allow in. So that way we can spare ourselves. Okay, dearies, we can spare ourselves. So the heart chakra, it's a portal. It's a portal which allows energies to flow up. It's a midway point of our vortex system. Matter of fact, it's right at the diaphragm. Three chakras are below that: root, sacral, and solar plexus. Those are our lower vibrations, right? And our higher vibrations is more ether. It's taking us to our ether energy, right? So beyond the heart, you have the throat, your first eye, and your crown. I love, I speak, I see, I know, right? And for the three below, your root, your sacral, and your solar plex is I am, I feel, I will. So when you're feeling low and willpower and all that stuff, yeah, all that stuff affects the love that you have. Your energy can't even go up to that heart energy, that love energy right there. You have to work on all them lower energies, all that stuff that's stored there. It actually even blocks the energies at the top, because the sacral chakra relates with the first eye. So how you see things have a lot to do with how you're going to feel. Sometimes you just have to change the way you view things in life and about life. Okay. So, as I mentioned before, there's another name for the heart chakra, and it's called anahata, meaning unhurt. So there's no hurt there. There's no heartbreak and all this other stuff people make up. And you see, be very careful of the music you listen to as well, right? I remember when Braxton used to have all them songs, and man, you're in traffic and you hear people blasting that song. They're gonna keep it on repeat, repeat all this broken heart stuff, and they're crying and they're driving and listen to this song over and over again. Stop feeding yourself and feeding your energies with things that keep you in that space of unhappiness. If you're not happy, listen to something that lifts you up. All right? Listen to stuff that lifts you up, make you feel better. Not sitting there sulking. That means you're feeding a low vibration. It's some people actually like to feel that way. It's like they're comfortable in that space. And I'm happy that I'm not, that type of person. I don't want to be in that space. And just know the heart chakra acts as a bridge between your earth energy and your ether energy. Not to mention, the heart energy is air element, ether, feminine, feminine, very feminine energy. Now, masculine energy is more ego, right? But there's a nice feminine energy, and it has a lot to do with love and love vibrations. It's a big difference between earth and spirit. It bridges at the heart energy. That's where you connect. That's where you connect. Center of compassion, empathy, love, forgiveness. It's all that energy is encompassed with love. They're like, I call them sub and sub energies, because love encompasses all of that, right? It governs a sense of trust and peace, generosity, gratitude, harmony, connectedness, connecting your higher and lower energies. It connects them. You know, when you hear someone speak of Kundalini, that frequency, that energy that vibrates up when all of your vortexes are in alignment, it's like this energy just flows up and it just poof. You can feel it in that crown chakra right there. It kind of just explodes it open like poof. Like, yeah, that feels great, you know. And not to mention, I mean, it may not have anything to do with this, but just I think I've mentioned this before too. When you're engaging in sex or intercourse or sharing your energies, however you want to say it, okay? Everyone may have a different story, right? But when you're sharing that energy with someone and the time and you are ready to have an orgasm, you you need to allow that orgasm energy, send it right to your crown chakra. Unbelievable. Once you do it once, you'll do it again. There's nothing like it. If you keep it low, I don't know, it's like it only comes when you're there. But when you keep it high, it's like, man, it's you wouldn't even want to settle for less. It's like you have to match it every time, which means if you're going to be with someone, and it should be someone that you can grow with, someone that you can have this love energy with and really share these intimate vibrations with, because it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. So just remember, we have 2 minutes left. If you have anything that you want to, any kind of topic you want us to share, send your request to the powerhouseradio@gmail.com. That's DA powerhouseradio@gmail.com. And don't forget to tune in every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Joining myself, I'm the Medicure daughter. I'm Zephyra, and Malika, a breath of fresh air. You know she's always here, and she makes it happen for us, don't she? I sure miss her energy today. So you all just remember, put a lot of love out in the universe, and it shall return to you. Okay, thank you for being here. Peace and love.